Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday, and we're doing some more Apollo Justice. Okay, so the last time we had a little bit of a refreshing change, because we actually played a little bit of Phoenix Wright Attorney. Just a tad bit. One mission, anyway. And then everything failed and fell apart, and then everything was sad. But hey, now we know the context of what the hell happened so many years ago when he was shamed. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna turn that down in my ears because that's actually a little loud. I have not yet swapped back over to the full headset. It's because I'm holding out just in case I end up getting sick again for whatever reason. I don't know. It's been like a week. I've been doing pretty good. But anyway, let's just dive directly into this because I'm interested in seeing like the repercussions, the things that are gonna fall in now that we know all this stuff. So, just to bring up the volume a bit. I noticed the audio was ever so slightly quiet on the last episode, just a little bit. So I'm gonna try and raise it up like a hair. There we go. There, and we are good to go. Let me just readjust myself here. Okay, turnabout session. The Mason system. Oh, how about that? That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all this out for yourself. Dead Wizard! Which of Magnifique Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Gramarye go? What dark truths lurk beyond the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? I was wondering that. Does she know that she fucked Phoenix over? Because that would be hilarious if that were the case. Ooh, what the heck is this? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. Play, old Windows Media Player. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth through then and now. Hello, Gamer Director. Think of it as a game. This is very much a game. Why are we in the Matrix? I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It had it half finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice, as his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Touch the arrow to switch between past and what in the ever-loving hell? But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. We're going to be doing time skips? That's insane. So, I'm a little bit overwhelmed as all hell. So, I guess I'm curious about more of the 7 years ago stuff. Sure. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, detention center, visitor's room. Yeah, you, sir. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle. Fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of McAfee Gramarye, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valant or his partner Zack? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Okay. Oh, wait. No, there's really nothing to... Same sad old guard in the back. God. I'm very tempted to look at some of the in-game assets and be like, is it the same guard? Because that would be very sad. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet its very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zack Gramarye killed McAfee. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, McAfee's repertoire is mine. Valant Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. You are still a bit of a scumbag, guilty or not. Blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You are just as obligated to follow McAfee's instructions as your partner. Yeah, this kind of nonsense thingy. So I was, but only Zack Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner's vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what McAfee had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? That's what I was wondering. Is like, what the hell did you two do? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. I don't! Know what? A great magician never reveals his salve. Uh-oh! Cyclops! I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience. Bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll teach me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it. Okay, so... Fine. I guess that means I have to go find some evidence on your horrible ass. Which, I guess... Wait a minute. So would that mean that I have to hop back into the present to go and look for clues there and then come back? Wow, my brain. Can I present some random nonsense? I still have all of this previous stuff. Oh god, my brain hurts. All this old stuff from the future is now still in my evidence in the past, so I don't even... Okay. Let's see. So, it's the detention center, the defendant lobby, Wright and Cole offices, and Drew's studios. Let's go down the line, I guess. 7 years ago, District Court, defendant lobby, number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Oh, hey! Interesting. So is this happening... Wait, is this happening in the present and just we're thinking back to the past? My god, I'm so... I've lost the plot.
Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, the trial is over.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Zack?
There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this! Goodbye. Mr. Enigmar! The defendant escaped. Find him quick.
Bailiff, close all exits from the building. On the double! He must not be allowed to escape!
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Whoa. Oh my god, it's you!
Down on your hands! Floor! On your head! No, no, no!
I think I remember this guy from another... Oh god, or maybe I'm forgetting... Maybe I'm thinking something entirely different.
What's the big idea? My ears!
Oh god, yeah, I've definitely seen him. Oh, what game was that? Shit! It's one of the previous ones. Also, did I have a voice for this dude? I really hope I'm not completely forgetting it. No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here! But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoink!
I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? Yes, I believe so. On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir! Alright. For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There's no past, there is only now, sir! Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir! Court Bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. Meekins, where the hell? What case was he in? Shit. My brain ain't working. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir! How am I not surprised that... But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Well, let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Cool. Damn it, oh man, I swore up and down that he would be a one-time character, so I didn't remember his fucking voice. Oh well. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you were still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times. In 3 days, they fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. You're not allowed to do that. That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day? I'm dying over here. Star rises, full of hope. It's tragedy. About Zach Grammary's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Well, yes, I'd say it was around 2 o'clock p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open. Slam! And some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way? Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Oh, good. Now we can map this. Aha! There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself. Nary a friend to call my own. Okay. And which way did Zach Gramary run after busting through the courtroom door? He went up like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right there, because it was lobby number 2, sir. Hello, Frostbomb. How's it going? You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone. Hello, Mario. Not much aside from the head-bustingly like ridiculous plot twist that apparently I'm traveling back and forth in time. So there's that. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. It's more of a simulation. In my head, it's like traveling through time, but I'm dying over here. Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? What revelations have I made? Not much at this moment. I know that it could either have been... Like, I don't know. I have no idea who is the shooter. I don't know what the heck is going on. I thought I was really sure of it a long time ago, but now I don't know. There was... nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? Where is Zach now? Currently locked up in a prison cell. Or wait, no. Oh shit, no, that's Valent. God damn it, I keep messing them up. No, Valent is locked up in a cell. Zach. So Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. Zach is Mia. Oh, MIA. I'm sorry. For a second there, I'm just like, how does that work? So the entire time, Zach was a ghost. That makes sense. Female ghost at that. That red silk hat! That flowing cape! He ran right in here! Right inside this room! Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, alright. But sir, look at this room! There's not a single place to hide! Sir, there was nothing I could do, but... Nothing, sir! What about now? Have any ideas? Sir!
Ideas about what? Exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Speak. Let loose the information, you bastard.
Ah, God damn it!
I didn't miss this.
Cyclops! I should have known.
Great. So now I've hit another dead end. I mean, as much as I would like to search this area, I don't think that that would do anything. So, great. So something tells me that all the stuff that's currently over here at the 7 years ago section will be solved over on the other side. Alright, so right and Co. Law Offices, why not? I missed this place. 7 years ago, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Oh, morning, Daddy. Ah, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I'm fine, as always. This old boy is here to help me, after all. That's young man to you.
Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks, my first show is today, after all.
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Oh, boy. How are we supposed to get information about this? Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. 7 years later. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at.
This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Really?
So if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney. Actually, why don't you call me, Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay! Say Daddy!
That was quick. As you said, yeah, that was quick. Yes? If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. I don't have any backup money as far as I'm concerned. I don't think this agency makes any cash. Unless there's a lot of cases that happened underneath the table. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, in this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know. Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? Oh, I'm 8. Sure. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy. Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Because you are still a tiny little weenie 7 years ago. Despite it all. Alright. Guess we'll have a chat about some stuff. So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right? You can at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy. Mari Yokimon in the chat says he loves Trucy. Trucy is adorable, yes. I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh, wait, is that foolish pride. Shut up, you little minstrel. My other daddy always used to talk about that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And Noel will be my friend at school that way. Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law if you were to ask someone. Yes. How many books have you freaking read? Seems like you just go up there every day and wing it. Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead. You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent? You got me, don't you? I'm a professional. A professional. Yep. After all, I'm direct descended from the famous Zach Gramarye. Directly descended. He's your father. Oh. And now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Alright. So what about your dad? Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Gramarye? Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy. Which daddy was that again? See, that's the rub. We are both the same people. That's gonna be the twist. I don't know how that works. Maybe it's astral projection. Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Gramarye, and they're big. The Gramaryes. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it. Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valiant Gramarye together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall. Arms on hips, smiling sprite. Yeah, that's pretty adorable. Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top. I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic. I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone. Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? It's like, she ain't in the picture. I haven't heard of anything about Trissie's mother. But I have my magic, and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. Shut up. You know, I think things are gonna be okay. I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. Alright. Let's just ease into that one. So what kind of professional are you? So, Trissie, you're a professional? Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs. They say that? I always thought it was funny, though. What was? Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid. Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trissie. That's right. Well, wanna see a trick? You're gonna do a magic... Oh, sure. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all. That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da! Oh, you still have that thing back then. Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's going to be soon. Yeah! Whoa. That was startling. The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood, Mr. Hat, at your service. He certainly makes an impression. Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Your my routines do get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady? My friendly neighborhood, Mr. Hat, nearly gave me a heart attack. It's not the first time. He deals with this rambunctious nonsense all the time. I don't know why he's not used to it at this point. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay? Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. On stage? You mean with your daddy? Yep. She was always there with Zach and Valiant smiling. But then she went away.
Went away.
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then. A lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Oh boy! Oh, well, that's a different picture. Wait, what? Hey, no. Who? Why? My God! This is your mother? She's beautiful. We've also seen her before. What the hell? I think. I'd like to think so.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Gramry.
Poor girl.
I didn't know her mommy had gone missing.
And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. Oh my God, I knew it! Larry is your mother! No, Mario, no. I don't ever want to see Larry in a dress.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise.
Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all Irate has is a backup plan. So yeah, we got that.
I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that. Yeah, it's okay. After all, we're a family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow!
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Where are you going, Dad?
Welcome to the team, Daddy.
The team. Right. Ah, so picturesque. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was surprised. I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Well, that's adorable. Alright, check mark. Real quick, I'm gonna check this. So none of this is check marked over here. I'm gonna go one at a time here. So we've done the right and low stuff. Something tells me that Drew Studio is not gonna have much at it, but I'll see. 7 years ago, Drew Studio. Boy, this is a sty. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Hey, dude. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. Yes, you have! And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. In that day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Let's saying it lightly. Phoenix Ray, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Oh, and that's so adorable. This is my daughter, Vera. Say hello.
Nope, she's slinking off into the corner. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Alright, give me your info. Judging from this place, you're a painter? Not, sadly, a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I wouldn't be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter? Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That's why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Exactamundo. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside painting. What? Did you think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial? I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Oh, hey, how about that? So, yeah, let's have a chat about it, eh? Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy, but that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. Damn. Lay it on thick, buddy. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then, let's talk. That was simple. Okay. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. And that is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy? Client gave me two things that day. First was a sample page as reference. Second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So, you used the real writing as reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met him. Not personally. Oh, hey, how about that? A Psychlock, of course. Seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Crapola! Okay, fine. Alright. I guess the past is the past. Let's move on to the future, shall we? So where am I going from here, eh? Is any of this stuff unlocked? Actually, no. Looks like none of this stuff is unlocked. Alright. So we're gonna need to figure out something involved with all these guys. Okay, we got a defendant that's completely clammed up. Police officer who is nuttier than a bowl of nuts. Enter who won't tell me anything about this person that he knows. I guess I don't really know what exactly I'm aiming for here, so... I do like they integrated the whole like Megatama thing directly into the talk function instead of having to present the damn thing. That helps out quite a bit. First and foremost, in case I do something stupid. All right. This is probably not going to be easy, so let's just see what I'm trying to solve here. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking for someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? The troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Well, I mean, a big part of that proof would have to be the stage pistols. Like, yeah, they fire real bullets. You're in danger all the damn time. Why, that's one of ours. Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valen. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valence, quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em canceled because someone might get hurt? Of course, what other reason could there be? Well, it could have been canceled because someone had already been hurt. Yeah. Fascinating. My Faustian forging fiend. Friend, rather. I don't know. Friend or fiend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim was shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks with it. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. But that's it. Zack Gramarie's wife. And Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. Alakazam! How could you say this? How could you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Danger, eh? Okay. What would show the danger? Okay. She was in danger of being shot. This clearly shows it. No. That wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be anything. Not that one. Could this thing say something? No, that just sort of talks about the reason. I don't think it would be the gun again. That would be weird. Anything to do with the diary? I doubt it. But I'm gonna check it real quick. There's the torn page, but probably it says nothing. The ripped out page. Now I see that everything has been a setup. Also, I would present forged evidence to the court. I don't think I actually have evidence that clearly shows like how much danger she was in. I don't think so. I can stop at any moment here. And I might want to do that. Maybe just for the sake of checking anybody else's. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. I don't know, that was... got pretty far into that, but I don't think I have the right stuff. Let's try and break any of the other people. Okay. What's your deal? The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey! Who? What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can say as I... Sir, Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen, it was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What did you say? Sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins, you don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I knew I was here in this room that day. Sir, I never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir! I love the chicken noise. Sir, that day, I was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room, not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall. Is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Oh, dear God. What's that? That girl's favorite trick. The amazing Mr. Hat. She used it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a walking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night, on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists! Why? What? So you're useless? Cool. I don't know. I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in a corner room, sir. Zach Gramarye, don't even think you can escape me, kids! Down on your hands! Floor on your hands! Hello? Something the matter, mister? No! That is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gramarye, do you know him? Oh, I love Zach Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing? Anyway, the very same Zack came in this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. Ah, clever. So he probably saw the silhouette first before he managed to see the fact that it was a girl. So Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him, Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week. But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat. Well, that sucks. My guess is... Alright, so now I'm kind of guessing that maybe Zack went into courtroom 1 instead of courtroom 2, and he just so happened to see Trucy heading into courtroom 2 as Mr. Hat. That's probably it. And then that gave just enough time and enough stalling for Zack to have escaped from lobby number 1 to wherever the hell he is now. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat. Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner. And most likely runs through the closest door, into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner, in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zack Grammy's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir! All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries, wasted! It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die! Or scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait! Such sweet sorrows. Damn it, now I can go for ice cream. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. It's an honor, sir! I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me! My god, he's so energetic. It's actually about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. There. Someday I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe. Guamshoe, rather. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want it, it's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir. I look forward to it. Well, there's one mystery solved. All eyes were on Zack Grammary that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. I see. Okay, one more chapter done. So what about Drew Studio stuff? Oh, hello. Oh, hey, we're unlocking stuff over here. Oh, weird. Oh, nice. So this is happening at the Bush Boat Nut. Hey, you know, this is new. Sure. And then they did reunite. That's very, very sappy, and I love it so much. Oh, hi, how's it going? I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. And I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. Thanks, asshole. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Ahem! Do you know who I am? Oh, no. Sorry, he's an entirely different person. Holy mother of fuck. Well, it's all pieced together now. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is a place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. Oh, hell. Why? And this is a friend of yours? Ah, don't mind me. I'm just a friendly neighborhood newsman. He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists. And I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. This particular conversation takes place between Case 1, since Kristoff is here. Yeah. Figured. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. Didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash. And they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith. Oh, and I'm Brushel. Spark Brushel. News reporter. Oh, I'm... No. Phoenix Wright. You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am? Have we met? Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this! Goodbye, sir. Mr. Enigmar! I've done this twice this episode already, 3 times in total. Bailiff close all exits from the building. On the double, he must not be allowed to escape. You can't be... But you're... Zach Gramarye? Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I have only an audience of 1. Now I know how Romain Letouce feels. Yes, exactly. You. Zach Gramarye. This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there. We'll play soon. Ready the room. I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Zach Gramarye? Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine. I've got her working already. I hope you don't mind.
I hardly need to express my gratitude, but you haven't. This is why I've come. That and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker.
Those eyes. He's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type,
and they're dangerous.
Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you.
Sweet! I can talk to a dead man! Competition, I guess. We competed that day 7 years ago, too.
Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue.
2. 1. Showdown time.
I lost.
It's only a game of poker.
A game I played for a long time, and only lost twice.
Who was the first?
The man I killed, of course.
You choose your defense attorney by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of? I know that you do.
Trucy's power.
Trucy? She's in a class of her own.
For 7 years, I've played poker at the Borscht Bowl Club, and I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. She sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reaction is a staple of performance art. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skills.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnifique Gramarye.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is
genetic?
It's just in the Gramarye blood or something?
Blood?
Why?
I'm sorry, but it's not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at the time.
Some kind of Gramarye secret, then? Fine, I have my own fancy powers with blackjacks and hookers. And you know what? Just blackjack. Well, what about Trucy?
She's 15 this year.
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know.
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this.
This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
Transferal? That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. Oh my god. This is what was actually in the diary, wasn't it? Holy shit.
And the recipient's name. It's you, Zach Gramarye. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Wait, let me see that. Where's this? How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from that book. Magnifi gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier. Like 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom. Ah. The greatest of Magnifi Gramarye's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That is why I have risked all to come here tonight. Brushel. Sir! Here you go! What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary. Besides. I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary. You are? By day, I wear a notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by day, I wear a reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I have come here tonight. Ah, so that's why you're so cool, calm, and collected. You know. Huh. I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said? You love how goofy Brushel is. So do I. Precisely. Let's talk about this 7 years nonsense then. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So, if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document before my 7 years are up. You might say, I'm securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yeah, there's another magician that exists out there. Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifi Gramarye. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Gramarye, and Valiant Gramarye. Not Trucy. I see. So, you do need this document. I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background and found you had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. I killed them all. I mean, what? Shit, the Gramarye said, I'm gonna just try this and see what it's asking me. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why's that? Maybe Trucy's got her power from her mother. Thalassa Gramarye? I will not speak of that! Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Shit. I don't have any particular documents detailing the specific thing. I wonder if I'm supposed to be getting those at some point. From who would be the question. Don't think Drew would have them. I feel like I would probably be getting this information directly from Valant, actually. Out of everybody. I have full health, I could try stuff. True enough, okay. Hold on. I don't know, I'm paranoid. Frickin' Cyclops. I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. There are 3 people with locks, and they heal you when you yeah. Well, the healing thing does help. So I can't afford some trial and error. You emboldened trial. Documents transferring the rights to perform the Gramarye's dog try. No, I thought maybe the Sage Pistol, just because that kind of signifies accident. The 3 of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. What a lovely couple of people. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind this fame. One that not many know. Bam! Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and the Valant Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident! It wasn't me! How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that I felt like an embrace. She's dead, and Magnifi Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Sorta. Mr. Zack, I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. Took you up to this point and you needed power. So there's someone else. Someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. How would I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power. And I know who. I'm trying to remember what part of the timeline he would even know about this, but... Greenhorn defense attorney I happen to meet. I call him Apollo. Take that! This boy. His name is Oh, I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. Oh, okay. There's your excuse. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You could show me pictures of strange boys all you like. But you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Well, I don't... If what you're talking about is the ring that he wears, I don't have proof of that. As well as I don't think I have anything that would actually prove that, like, you know, anything that would link directly up to it. And this is Trucy's locket, so yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Transfer all. Does this thing say anything or do anything different? Hello. Zack's signature. I'm sure he's written it many times, being an ex-star and all. I bet there's plenty of people out there who'd kill for Zack Gramarye's autograph. I don't know if I have any... Maybe I'm not thinking this through all the way, but I don't think I have any proof that is directly linking Apollo to this random woman. And then as for Drew, his questions, he doesn't have many. You're hiding a thing. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me? I really don't know. I never met my client. Sure, when I asked the client's name, there were no psych-locks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So what's Mishaam hiding? The forger. The sample. Okay, he's not hiding the client because clearly we just specified he's not hiding the client. The sample? I mean, we have clearly found... Well, no, because... That's the other notebook page. We don't actually have the sample sitting inside our little thing here. So, I mean, he might be hiding the forger because, I mean, we already kind of know. I'm going to say the sample real quick. Yes, there was arrest warrants. Why should I hide that? Huh? After the trial, I submitted everything to the court. My work, the sample page, everything. I can give you directions to the court if you like. That's fine. I know where the court is. Okay, so that was wrong. Unless you were just trying to get me to leave. Sorry, I could sometimes be a little blunt. Alright, you're actually hiding the... I know you're hiding the forger, but I was like, is that too obvious? No. Okay, cool. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it, then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any psych-locks. Psych-locks? Is that some sort of asylum security, or new hairstyle, perhaps? But they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally. Not personally. Those words triggered the psych-lock. Again with the psycho-locks. Now you really must know what they are. So you didn't meet with the client. But someone else did! Maybe the real forger behind this evidence.
Perhaps I've hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
Man, your conclusion is...
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Me here in my studio. Who else could have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew Studios is, and we know the answer to that one. Very talented 12-year-old. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The psych locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself.
Well, too bad for you. I've figured you out, old man.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12. Genius, you might call her.
Convenient for the plot. A precious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. It's almost like this generation is scum or something.
I let her play in the studio, and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. Drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
I do detect a bit of fatherly pride. So, Vera was the one who made this page? Would she know who the client was then?
Yeah, actually, client came once. Here, to the studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
But the face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me.
So, they talked to your daughter?
I will speak only with the artist, the client told me.
And that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Now we have to talk to her. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Let's try, why not? Mr. Misham, I have a request.
Let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter.
Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which was...
Oddly enough, it was that client.
Weird.
I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they'd finished, and she was laughing. It's the first time I'd seen anything of that sort.
Please, let me speak with her.
All right.
So, how do we make this work? Uh-oh. This could be tough. I feel like I'm going to get nothing. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer. And pianist! I'm still looking for the keys that say do, re, mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. I haven't actually taken a look at the studio. Let me take a look. Yeah, then there's this thing and... There. Maybe I'll just settle on over here for a closer look. Oh, yay, don't touch that too close. It's An awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp?
Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. Stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
Yep, magicians. That's Zack and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it?
Post office issued that commemorative stamp last year. The Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV. Until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear.
Still wonder how she got her hands on it. Hey! Okay, I got that as evidence now. Maybe I should be looking around a little more. What's this red envelope?
Don't touch that. That's... it's quite important.
Painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave. Though it's tempting to just grab it. Now what about this thingy? That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that. Please, I'll get in trouble. Belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she could see it. She looks at it often.
Okay. Mario's saying, do you want me to say, or if or when I miss something? If it's something, I don't know if I want to get, like, direct say of if I miss something, but maybe nudge at the idea that maybe I missed something. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing? Getting concerned about this bottle. Starting to think that what's inside there is something poisonous. This is you and Vera?
Yes. We took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
All right. Shouldn't you practice? Give him some space. That's all that stuff. Ooh. Yeah, there's some older stuff sitting over here. There are some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
Oh, damn. No. That's okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh.
Zack has some more for us. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Fair enough. If you say that there's something there that I missed, then... This person in the photo is Trussy's mother? How did you come by... Oh. Whoopsies. Yes. How'd you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was... gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
She's gone. What more is there to say?
Lots? Oh, I know! Whoa, you're still here. According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifi Grammary's only daughter, end quote. What? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack?
Brushel, you say too much.
What? Well, why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zack decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, that discussion is over.
Thalassa Grammary. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather some more evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition?
Final? Why?
As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnify. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. I think a mere lawyer might be out there, pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up.
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance, you are warned.
This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Russell, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop. It's not a scoop he wants covering.
I punch and I punch, but still it's not enough.
All right. I just remembered a future prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, piano man. Sing us a song, you're the piano. Then let us begin.
Dealer,
Duh.
you will be witness to our competition.
Duh. It is honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before? That reminds me.
I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however.
Merv.
Gavin, I believe was his name.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this!
Yeah. Remember that.
Oh,
The Gramarye power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I'd need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. And a name Zack Gramarye knew. But how and why? I mean, the brothers look very, very similar. So he might have just mistaken him. Oh, solitary cell 13. Wow. Boy, Kristoff really likes to ritz up his establishment, don't he? How about that?
well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines?
Gavin.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago?
My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? You look well, Phoenix Wright.
You too, Gavin. Great. You gonna sell anybody out? I hope so.
Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours.
And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was?
Who he was?
Zack Gramarye. You know, the defendant.
I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zack? Impossible.
Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
Zack has some more for us. Okay. Good friggin' lord. So many loops and so many things to jump through. Oh wait, no, that was a different message. Sorry, I thought you posted something new. I don't disregard what I just said. After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. That's never how it works. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. You recall that case 7 years ago? I mean, he does, as the Borscht Bowl Club doesn't have a check, but we cannot continue it. Okay, yeah. Gotcha, okay. Yes, the trial where Zack Goramory pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous. Save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after all. For 7 years, we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. But right. Your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what to think. Why did you kill? Why have you done the blood murder? You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zack Goramory mentioned your name, Gavin. That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please, I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zack Goramory. Son of a bitch! Wow, that is impressive. Whoa! I've never seen Psychlocks like these. Dark. Cold. Full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails. Black Psychlocks. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm supposed to leave it until sometime later when I have all the other Psychlocks completed? Actually, come to think of it, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't even present my I can't do a Megatama on this thing. Weird. So do I need to like power this thing up somehow? How? Why? In what way? Or is this just a dead end that I'll never be able to figure out? In a future game, I'm going to be able to get like the powered up Megatama, and then I'll find him, like 60 years old. Okay. Well, actually, wait a minute. I haven't presented anything to him.
Whatever. What do you think about this, Gavin? Oh boy, this is a long animation. I hardly remind you that I am not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology. No information forthcoming there, I guess? What would he be interested in here? I think I'd like to examine whatever the hell's happening there. Oh, hey, touchscreen. There. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. He has a nice cell. I'm just wondering how he was allowed all this nonsense. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. Interesting. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail in jail? That I do. Though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Damn. Because the law is corrupt. Best excuse that I could think of. So, yeah. Roses. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Ah, yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she's my best friend, as they say. Best? Come on now, I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh. Of course, she's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? Thorns, you dumbass. I was speaking... Oh. Maybe I'm the dumbass. I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retrieval, a Vongol. Cute but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. Can't do anything with that. Hey, look! Window on the outside. Strange, you know. Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. Vongol? I don't know. Did I say the word wrong? I have no freaking clue. What kind of name is Vongol? Oh, you tell me. I don't know. Looks like you've got more than books up there. Oh, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little? They straight up brought in a bookcase. Chair? That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to have 2 digits to the price of this standard prison-issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should I should redecorate. Well, I don't see anything else that I could be examining in here. But now I have my hands on... this. It's interesting. We've seen this several times. Nail polish, eh? Ariadne. I've heard of that brand. And this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no, maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought. Is that an eagle? Who makes these things up anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clearer symbol at least. That'll do it for the investigation of that. But now, yeah, I have nail polish, which... it's interesting. I'm starting to piece together a little bit of a theory in my head.
to do with a little bit of a collapse in a courtroom that just recently happened. Nothing else to talk about? Guess not. I can't break your Cyclox, so... I feel like we need some common ground, so how about this nail polish? Shit. Nope. I mean, unless I present some other stuff to her. You know, like, for example, the commemorative stamp. That'll get us a conversation started. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke! She can talk! My god! It's a miracle! Yeah, so the stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Gramarye amazing? Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're just so magical! Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know. Me too, me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah. All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Gramarye Museum of Magic. The Gramarye Museum? They have one of those? Yeah, I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once when I was little, with Father. Gramarye's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing. Cutting apart, pulling back together. They do it all. Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe. Oh, sure. All right. Better get asking before she changes her mind. Sweet! I've opened the door. Let's just talk about stuff. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Well, true, but there's lots of good people too.
Yeah, actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact.
Yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely have to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
Father! I told you to keep that a secret!
From that client, eh? This I have to hear about.
So your father tells me you're good at painting and all that sorts of things? I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. Of course he is, because he can pay the bills. So, you did this too? Oh, yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this is totally different. The pen slips in a way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy to be faking everything. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her. So let's talk about the Gramarye stamp. They're the best in the world! Not... Oh, you mean Troop Gramarye? Of course! Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. You didn't know how you got it? Oh, I guess I just took it, yeah. Took it? Father got a letter from that person? That person? You mean the letter was from the client?
Oh, we talked about the Gramarys forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. So now we know more about the stamp thingy. Cool. Client. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job. And you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Bullcrap! Defensive assholes. Yeah, but I really have to know. Cyclox! I saw it coming. Right, time to do some cycle unlocking. I'm actually kind of confident in that I probably have everything that I need to talk to her. So let's try. You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp. No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem. The problem? That keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go outside, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm that your client gave you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? This was what they gave you, wasn't it? Same bottles over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Of course it does. Mumbo-jumbo nonsense. Sold by the cosmetics industry. I'll be the one that will say all the words, and Phoenix will shut his gob. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job was the client. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised. I promised not to tell. But you're going to tell me anyways. Because I figured it out. I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then. I think they might be the devil. Or maybe an angel? What do you mean? I saw it. Or I think I saw it when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So, where did you see this devil, then? It was so quick. I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was. But it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now.
I'm sorry for what happened.
If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramarye. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes. They're sad. Very sad. Shut your mouth.
I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with a young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Yep, and Phoenix don't have no power to actually do anything about that. That's done. Jewelry? I know it's a bit of a leap. Mr. Zack, this face is your response, Mr. Ex-Attorney. You did say that I would laugh if I knew the facts, right? Yeah. Few magicians will tell you they're going to produce a dove, then take off their hat. It's almost more effective to not reveal your hand in advance, Mr. Wright. Which I've just done clearly. Question is, do I have a trump card in here somewhere? Think, Wright, think. Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. I mean, could the danger potentially just been... Could this just be talking about the act in which that they do? Where, you know, two men stand, apart from each other, woman directly in the center, and then both of them shoot? Is this what this is trying to, hint at? My god, apparently it's doing something, so cool. Troop Grammar's performance were very, very popular. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze, we were an age, a golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know! Oh, that's what the proof was. Just being like, hi, she was a part of the troop too. Why's she gone away? Part of his memory is still locked up. There's one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader Magnify was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Valent's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnify covered it up, his innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close. There has to be something about how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valent's relationship with Magnify. I see it in your eyes. You still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. I don't know. I keep thinking about my evidence, and I can't really think of anything evidence-wise. So I do think, would a person tie? I guess I would like to actually see what people. I assume I have everyone available to choose. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnify held so much power over you. Oh my god. I wonder if Trucy might be the reason. Because she's the only one with the power. Oh damn. Shit. Were you by any chance trying to threaten me? No, of course not. You'll never make a good blackmail artist. Never. Not a career choice I'd been considering, actually. Give up your dreams. Work an honest job. That's my advice. The troop was a tight-knit unit. It's all about the people involved. Their personalities, their histories. Who was Thalassa really? Do you want me to say with what? You know what? Just get... Alright. Let's do another game of let's round it down. Is it evidence or is it a person? Okay, it's a person. Cool, so I don't need to be looking at that. I got a lot of health. Damn! Holy shit! It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Gramarye's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnify Gramarye's only daughter! There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnify's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! Well, damn. That does make a heck of a... Oh, yeah. There's no proof. None at all. But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Gramarye? The Master Magnify Gramarye, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that's all it was. An accident. Zack and Valance tore de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly straight towards that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. I wonder whose bullet shot who. But as for whose bullet stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnify his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Well, I'm happy we figured it out. It was a heck of a thing to try and figure out, but we figured it out. Why did Magnify Gramarye try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is it was a critical time for Troop Gramarye. A passing of the torch from Magnify to Zack and Valance. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnify's wishes. Magnify forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads. Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Gramarye, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told. Naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnify's slayer, I should think. True. What? After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking around the dressing room doing his research. Would you happen to remember his name? Oh, what was his name? Sorry, I've forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. Clearly, I see. His name, I do not recall, but the scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thank you for your help. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Gramarye, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned. The newsman, I never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile. And the sickly sweet smell of mint. Last floss-thin thread connecting Zack Gramarye to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Which means I have to talk to him again. Damn it! Well, at least all the 7 years ago stuff is over. Oh, new Drew Studio stuff's open. And the Sunshine Coliseum. Cool. I seem to distinctly remember that, oh, wait, yeah, he waved him out of the room. So I wouldn't be there. Maybe he's prowling around Drew Studios just being an asshole. I can see it. Present day, Drew's studio. Well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned and his daughter's... Oh, yes, I know. I know, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Zack Gramarye was a good friend. Zack said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bow Club. What a character! What a man! If a little, extremely rough around the edges. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Oh, are you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not other way around, end quote. Just shut your mouth, stop brushing your teeth, and get on with it. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. Alright, family of forgers, Zack Gramarye. Start from the top, I guess. It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the price. You know what really did them in, though, don't you? Yes. A forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known. What's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years, walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm talking about feelings here. Feeling? You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I'd been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck. Freaks out! End quote. Because you felt guilty? Why would I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, eh? I wonder what it all means. Hello, Invisible Opinion. Is this your first playthrough? Yeah, I'm completely doing this blind, so the first time I'm saying all this nonsense. He said not talk about feelings. Yeah, okay. Paranoia. Alright. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he is being watched. End quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? So it's some kind of a con inside job. He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then for 7 years, he talks to no one, not a soul. Then, just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, are we? A little bit. Let's see. This guy looks like the briefcase of ice cream SpongeBob throws on Patrick. He kind of looks like, with the tie and the shirt, he sort of looks like SpongeBob. So, I don't know. And you were being watched this whole time? Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too. Me? Probably. I met Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting of Magtfi Gramery?
No, but before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident during the quick draw shoot 'em practice?
My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite a scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy. All for me! I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now. Ah, yes, mint that was classified as being poisonous back in the 70s. Or, I guess, later than that, but whatever. You get the joke.
Valent Gramery did mention one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magtfi Gramery at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it? Really? Then Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly at that. And Magtfi wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see? Zach Gramery. Something strange was in the air over at Troop Gramery those days. The whole screwy mentor controlling disciples scene started by... the whole screwy mentor controlling disciples scene to start by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me. Off the record.
Why are you writing things down, you asshole?
Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, but over time he came to see me as his confidant.
Or he was using you, one or the other. Open your eyes.
He'd been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh? Waiting. For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magtfi miracle. Of course, it was all a dream.
Because of this? The performance rights?
In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valent?
So Valent waited until Zach died, legally at least.
Time finally comes, and Valent's like a kid on Christmas morning.
He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know.
If that document sees the legal light of day, it's gonna put a bit of a damper on the big show here. He's a sorry one, that Valent Gramery. Lost out to his partner at work, and in love, too.
Love?
It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle.
Right, because we needed to make these tabloids just a little bit spicier.
That is pretty classic. When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
I hope not actual, metaphorical, but not physical, because
Jeez, I didn't go to a high school like that. Hope not. Oh, no, I didn't go to the shadier parts of the school. But... And in the middle of all this, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Nope, real knives! Ah, yes, Mario. So we need to find more about Thalassa. So who would tell us more about them, eh? I suppose one person that could possibly tell us about Thalassa now of all times. Cheryl Brussels stuff. Oh, okay. All right. Point. I always forget to do that. And I'm taking a guess and saying there's probably some important stuff. What do you think of this? Mr. Brushel, could you take a look at this? Oh, I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. So you want me to write an article on that, right? What's the angle? Actually, no, that's okay. I don't need an article. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on this. I hear you. I hear you. You want me to sniff around for a scoop? Well, you've come to the right nose, my friend. It's odorless. Thanks. Okay, that was less than informative. Alright, I think I'm going to start from over here and just work my way up. Okay, nothing about this. What about the commemorative stamp? Anything about this? No. I'm just trying to think of like what he would be interested in. You know, I don't have any mint for him. Meant to make it more subtle. I mean, I have no idea what I'm actually trying to present to him. Oh, I found it! Mr. Brushel, do you know this person? Do I know that person? Oh, of course! I was friends with Zach after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Thalassa Gramarye. Magnific Gramarye's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? Oh. Gotcha. This is how we figure it out. Because I'm sure the other two are going to clam the hell up. So, Thalassa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually. You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Who was the husband before, Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. He died in an accident on stage. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. I didn't know. Oh, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know, you creepy son of a bitch. Aha! Got it! I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She's got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all. What do you mean? I'm just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy. Yep. What? But Trucy said she was an only child. Ah, yes, this one she had with her previous husband. Her previous husband? First husband who died on stage. Yeah, her first husband who died on stage. Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. Thalassa had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know. Holy hell, we have the answer. I won't need this locket anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Don't you think? I was too busy wondering about bigger to listen to what you were saying. I have 6 copies at home. Each one slightly larger than the other. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think. Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who'll close the curtain on this little play.
Apparently that's not my role anymore. Magnify? I was just wondering what Magnify would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? It was the same with Magnify. And with his daughter, Thalassa. It's a strange thing. You think it's some Gramarye gene? Magnify told me once, back when Zack was married Thalassa, he said Zack had good eyes. But not good like a Gramarye's eyes. Not that good. I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Gramarye secret was? Maybe nobody, now that Zack's gone. Zack Gramarye. Curtain close. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Gramarye fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Gramarye's power. A power which passed from Magnify Gramarye to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Very good. Very good. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband. He died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. They met when he joined us Gramaryes as a guest on our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are a Gramarye family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the one in this picture. What? So, that's why... Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. Done! Hey, full health. For as long as that lasts. This strange power. I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Gramarye line. Runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalassa once. This is what she told me. When power responds to tension in others. I was expecting a bigger reaction to Apollo being Trucy's half-brother. I kind of pieced it together, like, quite... I'm trying to remember exactly where I pieced it together. Yeah, here's another thing. The fact that I had gotten so far into this little bit of Magatama magic, and I had learned that apparently... I learned that there was blood involved. I learned that they were, like... I learned so many things previously up to that point. I kind of... It was kind of expected. It wasn't sort of a, holy hell. But no, it makes sense. It pieces it all together. Tension? If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects.
I bet all the shippers feel like puking. Hello, Star Wars. No, Luke and Leia. No, they're meant to be together. Wait, what did episode 6 say? Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes, bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Thank God. Leia's my sister. He's my brother. Smooch. There. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. And the brother too has this power of theirs. So Tarusi has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, tonight after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt, once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. So do I! A Tumblr comic. Zach is a horrible parent. Okay. Send me a PM for it. The bracelets. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something. Yes. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of the wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power. See, immediately in my brain, I first thought of Ben 10. Just being like, a thing that is shrunk to wrist that possibly can't come off. Oh, okay, I can't see that comic until okay. I guess there's spoilers in it. Very well, very well. What have I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension in others. When a Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. Minute, rather. Why does that word spelled exactly the same way in the English language? I don't understand. So minute, they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Because English is stupid. Yes, yes. Why can't we just have Japanese and, the way Japan and Japanese works, where basically there's a kanji or, there's whatever the heck for every single concept there is out there. But they're all individually different, and you have to learn all of them. In a very major way. I can't even, even the basic sort of learning of kanji just makes my head spin. Because the bracelet's always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelets feel tighter on their wrist. Precisely. That alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough. Yes, he has special eyes. You'd rather learn German. You'd love to say Guten Tag and Fräulein. And your spelling sucks. And you spelled it Pelling. Good on you. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Oh, but that's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically, what you're saying is, the Gramaryes can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me, too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Tracy doesn't have any bracelets. You're talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Gramarye. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then you will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnifie Gramarye, passed from this world to the next. This spoiler has been addressed, but I'm not sure if I picked up on it. Probably not. My attention span is that of a muskrat. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifie's test. A test? In his last years, Magnifie Gramarye worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. Such silly. Connection between Zack and Gavin. I don't even know if that was mentioned or not. It probably was. I might not have been paying attention. Yeah, okay, yeah, hold on to that comment. I'll probably have a eureka moment there. This, it seems, was the correct answer.
Take this. I give my art to you, Zack.
What?
It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand.
How could I shoot you? You're my mentor.
Brah! I thought you might say that.
If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then?
Then of course I would have given Valent his chance.
And if I had shot you in the forehead instead,
then it would be over. If you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I too the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I've done much that was wrong in my day.
I guess that's an interesting way to send the tradition on. Crazy. Couldn't you have done it through your frickin' daughter? Let the magic sit for a while? You didn't have to have someone kill you. Seems to me that Magnifie wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days? Waiting for you to, quote, die? If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. And now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know?
What? You don't mean to tell me they've put the blame for our mentor's death on him?
The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There are even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off.
But that's madness! Well, seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead.
You're about to be. That night, Zach Gramery was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. To whom it may concern, 7 years pass, I, Zach Gramery, murdered my mentor, McAfee Gramery. I apologize for the trouble. Jesus, why do you have to cover that up, damn it? By my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess. His confession to use as I saw fit. Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valiant Gramery. Oh, I see. Alright. Get him off the hook for frickin' murder. That doesn't seem right either. But whatever. Oh, it's winding down. We have a few more places to go. Feel like I probably can't do anything here yet, so... Sunshine. Zach is dead anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, he would be dead either way. This is like either dead by the law or really dead. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valiant. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there was something I wanted to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself, and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. Very well, chat times. Ooh. Let me readjust my sitting posture because it's crap at the moment. There we go. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years because you couldn't perform McAfee's repertoire. Do not be deceived. Valiant's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zach Gramery. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gramery murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if 'twere only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner, Zach, vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said. I had no idea. Yet the very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. Jesus. I haven't heard, like, vaudeville referenced in, like, in aspect before, so that's an interesting word to see. And here I must stand, smiling at them all. What am I if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? McAfee's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. And of course, we're going to lock it behind Cyclops. I know I'd be saying this sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. Sounds an awful lot like something I'd heard 7 years ago. Do I have the ability to do anything with this? I'd like to think I do, because I'm running out of places to be. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. Got stuff from you 7 years ago, you shitbag. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years, I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. all the miracles of our troop within my grasp.
Sorry to do this, Valant, but right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valant, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this.
And what might that be? I see it bears the Gramarye seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast.
What is this?
A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles.
What? Zack Gramarye? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter?
Trucy and Nigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days.
Preposterous! Zack is gone! Vanished into the void!
This is the genuine article. Zack was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this.
What?
Yeah. My internet security is telling me that apparently somebody has just connected a Chromecast to the network. Shut up. Sorry. No, I just recently got like a new version of ESET. And the freaking thing is like, it's trying to recombobulate what the hell the network is. Just being like, what do you have on here?
Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived enthralled to the dead?
You're not the only one with that problem.
But he shot Magnifi. Yes, it was Zack. It was. And then he left. And my career as a magician fell into darkness.
Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zack Gramarye shot Magnifi? Was that why you testified?
Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out.
Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valant. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gramarye? The amazing Mr. Hat. Who really killed Magnifi? That's interesting because I've been scratching my head for the longest time here. Oh, okay. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Gramarye wrote one more thing before passing on.
But this is a confession!
In which he admits to the killing of Magnifi Gramarye. See? All according to your plan.
I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet, it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself.
Zack wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him.
Alakazam!
Dunsky.
You do know that this confession is nothing but lies.
Yes, it's my opinion that Zack Gramarye killed no one.
And then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. 2 received instructions to kill, but if 1 is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes?
So he vanished to protect me, his partner.
A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnifi Gramarye in the forehead?
If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There's nothing left for me now.
You'll have a show. Well, I mean, technically you could try and fight all this nonsense. Technically.
It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnifi's repertoire. It was
as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valen Gramarye did kill the great Magnifi. So sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple there, was there? Another disciple, such as, I don't know, Knack and Talent Gramarye, maybe. Your wild fantasies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you've figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack or Valent, who shot Magnifi? Then it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means that... Wait! You don't mean... Yes. The great Magnifi Gramarye himself. The option was thrown in the air! Let's see if that might be true. So Magnifi Gramarye committed suicide? You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnifi Gramarye? Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner Zack Gramarye, not me. I see. And then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. He might still be. You owe me no apology. Alright. My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valent Gramarye confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? Murder of his daughter? Blatant murder of his daughter? Intentional, sabotage of the whole thing? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by... Oh yeah, he wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. I've heard about demons several times during this whole thing, but the demon... Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifi. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That's not really shocking. That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room, which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnifi called me back.
I'm sorry, Valent. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can.
I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifi Gramarye killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints, then used the syringe to add the IV liquid I'd brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. McAfee died, and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned, indeed. Something still seems very squicky about the whole thing. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're gonna turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zack Gramarye was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me. What if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that No, we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies, forget the matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Gramarye. Then, I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Gramarye, Shady Smith. Whichever name you prefer, he's no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it would involve paying that man a visit. Yep. Well, I know that man. But, are we prepared for that? I don't know if we are. We'll see. Maybe if I drop a bomb on him. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied. Oh, okay. I'll wait for him to come back from the bathroom. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Alright, sir, please wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is... Drew Misham. I was right. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. See if this Antroquinine spray finds anything. Very convenient. Alright. Oh, yes! But yeah, now it's glowing, so he knows we were here. So, crap. So this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was this stamp, alright. No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you. So please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Yep. That's right. What the hell spell? I don't know if he's an actual demon, but... Finally. Decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in jail? Hi! Run! Kevin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Kevin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vermisham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of enteroquinine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it. Many thanks. Damn it. Got a camera. Oh! Well done, you bastard! We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now, it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter. The final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. Well, he says the time may be now, but I have been streaming for a good 3.5 hours. It's that sly criminal. Wow. Very convenient. So now I'm wondering if Emma has been recording us. This game made me think there were 5 episodes, but there are technically 4. Yeah, this is a very, very long case, that's for certain. But anyways, yeah. It's so long, I think I'm going to leave the well, I don't know if this is the final bit, but we must be getting close. But I'm going to leave this for the next time that I stream this game, which, you know, unfortunately, that happens only weekly. I think this is a good cliffhanger, though. Pretty decent one, and also an amazing discovery. Again, has Emma just been recording people for years and years? It's very careful of her, but... Anywho, this has been interesting, that's for sure. I didn't think I would get 2 Phoenix situations in a row. Oh, it's been nice. It's a nice little extra. Okay, yes, it's starting to get a little warm in this room, and also I had some gruff voices this time around, so I'm going to rest it, and I'm going to call a night. So, thanks everybody who came out to say hi and watch along with. I appreciate it. I am probably going to take this. I'm going to cut out some of the parts where I stumbled, especially... Oh god, I need to come up with a way to edit together all of that jumping back and forth between people that I did when trying to break all those frickin' Cyclocks. But I'm going to try and cut that down, and I'm going to try and... Well, I'm going to upload it to the YouTube channel after I'm finished doing that. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Some other games I'm currently playing. When Stardew Valley multiplayer comes out, I want to try that. So I'll be doing that. Until then, I have a few other things. Let's see. Well, obviously this, but we're coming to kind of an end on this one. I really want to try and play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I might do that tomorrow. Some other games. I've got a couple of random roguelikes in my pocket for certain things. As well as 1 or 2 other games I'm thinking about doing. Also, here's another thing too. I've really badly wanted to try and do some more VR games. Because I haven't been able to. A few of them have come out that I've wanted to give a try. But I've had that stupid sinus infection that was making me dizzy as hell. And no way in hell am I going to put that on while I'm dizzy. Nope. Like, it's reality breaking enough. I don't need to screw up my head more. Yes. But that will do it. I think I'll leave on this very, like, digital-sounding nonsense here, so... Yes, that'll do it. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.